Hello students and welcome to G3 e-learning classes. Today we are going to do our next chapter of class 11th. We were not afraid to die if we can all be together. First of all, I'll give some introduction of this chapter. We were not afraid to die if we can all be together presents a vivid account of a risky voyage undertaken by the narrator with his wife, Mary, and children. It focuses on the value of living and sinking together. Collective efforts can make our risks easily surmountable. Death is not awesome if we put our heads and hearts together to face it. The lesson gives a graphic account of the voyage undertaken by the narrator, his wife Mary, his son Jonathan, aged 6, and daughter Suzanne, aged 7, in July 1976. They all set sail from England to duplicate the round-the-world voyage made 200 years ago by Captain Cook. It was on January 2nd that a gigantic wave broke over their ship. The family was badly injured, but they did not lose heart and resolved to remain together in the life and death. At last, they succeeded in anchoring offshore a small island safely. So let's start our chapter. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan, 6, daughter Suzanne, 7, and I set sail from Plymouth, England to duplicate the round-the-world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamt of sailing in the wake of the famous explorer, and for the past 16 years we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British waters. Our boat, Wave Walker, a 23-meter 30-ton wooden hulled beauty, had been professionally built, and we had spent months fitting it out, testing it in the roughest weather we could find. The narrator took the adventurous task of going round the world voyage like Captain James Cook, who had taken such a step 200 years ago. The narrator was very fond of adventure. The family spent 16 years in improving their skills on the sea. He is 37 years old businessman, and his wife's name is Mary, son Jonathan, and daughter Suzanne. The first leg means the first पड़ाव, जो पहला पड़ाव है इनकी जर्नी का. The first leg of our planned 3 year 105,000 kilometer journey passed pleasantly as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. There, before heading east, we took on 2 crewmen, American Larry Wiggle and Swiss Herb Sigler, to help us tackle one of the world's roughest sea, the southern Indian Ocean. Here, they used a boat named Wave Walker, 23-meter and of 30 ton. They had it professionally built and spent sufficient time in testing it in the stormy sea. Fully satisfied with their preparations, and they had passed the 3 years planned journey of 105,000 kilometers from west coast of Africa to Cape Town. The narrator took 2 more crewmen, Larry, an American and Herb, a Swiss, on the board. The boat continued to sail on the roughest sea of the world, and that is the Indian Ocean. The On our second day out of Cape Town, we began to encounter strong gales. Gales means बहुत तेज strong winds जिनको हम बोलते हैं, that is called gales. For the next few weeks, they blew continuously. Gales did not worry me, but the size of the waves was alarming, up to 15 meters as high as our main mast. मास्ट यहाँ पर जो यू कैन से तरपाल जो होती है, आपने देखा होगा बोट के ऊपर जो कपड़े से हैं इन ट्रायंगल में जो होते हैं, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड मास्ट. वो जो वेव्स थी वो 15 मीटर्स हाई थी कि जो उनका जो मेन मास्ट था उससे भी ऊंचे. So on their next day of Cape Town, they had to face strong gales. As I already told you that the meaning of the gales is extremely strong winds, and these strong winds were continuously blowing for next few weeks. These gales were not the worry for the narrator and his family, but huge sized waves were horrible for them, and these was above 15 meters high. December 25th found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Despite atrocious weather, we had atrocious mean extremely bad weather, and we had a wonderful holiday complete with a Christmas tree. New Year's Day saw no improvement in the weather, but we reasoned that it had to change soon, and it did change for the worse. Here on December 25th, the boat was 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town, and crew were happy and cheerful. They celebrated Christmas and kept the spirit high. There was no improvement till now. On the New Year's Day, it changed, but for the worst. At dawn on January 2, the waves were gigantic. We were sailing with only a small storm jib and were still making 8 knots. As the ship rose to the top of each wave, we could see endless, enormous sea rolling towards us, and the screaming of the winds and spray was painful to the ears. To slow the boat down, we dropped the storm jib and lashed a heavy mooring rope in a loop across the stern. Then we doubled lashed everything, went through our left raft drill, attached lifelines, donned oilskins and life jackets, and waited. Here it was early morning of January 2nd when there were huge waves and they were sailing with the small jib. They were trying to make 8 knots. Okay, so but the winds was very strong. Huge waves were rolling towards them कि जो बहुत बड़ी जो waves थी उनकी तरफ बढ़ती ही आ रही थी, and there was such so much sound of the winds, and it was very painful for their ears. Means these sounds were not pleasant for their ears. It was and they dropped the strong jib. अब उन्होंने क्या किया कि जो जिब है मींस जो ट्रायंगल जो कर्टन्स होते हैं बोट के ऊपर, दे डाउन दैट जिब्स एंड lashed here means fastened means to tie tightly the mooring ropes. कि उन्होंने जो है ना जो ropes है उनको बहुत ही tightly उनको बांधा in a loop to slow down the boat. Then they double lashed means उन्होंने दो बार जो है ना हर चीज़ को tightly बांधा. Everything attached lifelines, don't means they put on the life jackets. Okay, and waited. The first indication of the impending disaster came at about 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a growing roar and an enormous cloud toward aft. Aft means behind of the ship. With horror, I realized that it was not a cloud but a wave like no other I had ever seen. It appeared perfectly vertical and almost twice the height of the other waves, with a frightful breaking crest. See the indication of impending. Impending means here a disaster that about to occur. Okay, and came about 6 p.m. with ominous silence. Ominous means बिल्कुल चुप शांत था वहाँ पर पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर. And a huge cloud with roar was coming toward their ship. And author realized that it was not a cloud. Then author ने ये realize किया कि ये cloud नहीं है but a gigantic wave which he never seen in his life. कि जो कि उसने पहली वो इतनी huge इतनी बड़ी wave थी कि उसने अपनी life में कभी भी नहीं देखी. इतनी बड़ी wave थी कि it was seeming that कि वो जो है sky को touch कर रही है. This wave was almost twice in height of the other waves and was frightful. And breaking crest और ये जो है सब कुछ तोड़ देगी. The roar increased to a thunder as the stern moved up the face of the wave, and for a moment I thought we might ride over it, but then a tremendous explosion shocked the deck. A torrent of green and white water. टॉरेंट होता है लाइक करंट्स, जो ग्रीन और वाइट वाटर है मिक्स वहाँ पर जो दिखाई दे रहा है. वाटर ब्रोक ओवर द शिप. माई हेड स्मैश्ड. हेड स्मैश मीन जो उसका सिर है टकरा जाता है इनटू द व्हील. एंड आई वॉज अवेयर ऑफ फ्लाइंग ओवर बोर्ड एंड सिंकिंग ब्लू द वेव्स. आई एक्सेप्टेड माई अप्रोचिंग डेथ एंड एज I was losing consciousness, I felt quite peaceful. See, the roaring sound was increasing to the thunder, and the author was thinking that they were riding over the wave. कि उसको ऐसे लग रहा था कि जो वो waves के ऊपर बह रहे हैं. But all of sudden an explosion break the deck. और एक बहुत बड़ा टकराव हुआ जिसने कि डेक को तोड़ दिया. And authors had smashed into the wheel and the water started pouring into it. किसमें भरना शुरू हो गया पानी? बोट के अंदर. Author accepted that his death is sure and he felt peaceful. कि जब भी आपको लगता है ना कि यू आर हेल्पलेस, तो उस सिचुएशन में ना आप बहुत ज़्यादा शांत हो जाते हो. तो सेम फीलिंग जो है वो ऑथर को आ रही थी कि उसने जब देखा कि द थिंग्स आर नॉट इन हिज कंट्रोल, तो अब वो वहाँ पर शांत हो जाता है कि ओके कि डेथ इज़ अप्रोचिंग. अब जो डेथ है वो श्योर है. अनएक्सपेक्टेडली माई हेड popped out of the water. A few meters away, wave walker was near capsizing. Her mast almost horizontal. Mast है यहाँ पर एक long जो pole होता है उसको बोलते हैं. Then a wave hurled her upright. My lifeline jerked taut. I grabbed the guard rails and sailed through the air into wave walker's main boom. Subsequent waves tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. Rag doll होती है कपड़े से बनी हुई डोल जो कि थोड़ी सी हवा से ही जो वो है हिलने लगती है. ओके. My left ribs cracked, my mouth filled with blood and broken teeth. Somehow I found the wheel, lined up the stern for the next wave and hung on. See, all of a sudden his head came out from water. It was unexpected for the author, and a few meters away, wave walker was near to overturn its mast. A long pole, as I already told you, was almost horizontal. Then a wave threw up it to right. Author wore his life jacket and then he held the guardrail. Wave tossed him round the deck like a rag doll. और जो waves है उस boat को like a rag doll उसको बिल्कुल पलट ने वाली थी. And it damaged author left rib. और जो ऑथर की लेफ्ट रिब्स हैं वो क्रैक हो गई वहाँ पर उससे टकरा के. एंड हिज माउथ वॉज फिल्ड विद ब्लड. ऑथर होल्ड द व्हील टाइटली एंड हंग ऑन इट टू फेस द नेक्स्ट वेव. और जो ऑथर है वो व्हील को बहुत टाइटली उसको जो है पकड़ लेता है और नेक्स्ट वेव का सामना करने के लिए रेडी है. Water, water everywhere. I could feel that the ship had water below. अब यहाँ पर author is saying that there was water everywhere. I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. Suddenly, the front hatch was thrown open and Mary appeared. We are sinking, she screamed. The deck are smashed. We are full of water. Author could feel that there was water everywhere, but he did not left the wheel. Then his wife appeared and she said that they were sinking. The decks were smashed. जो deck हैं वो बिल्कुल टूट चुके हैं and they were full of water. Take the wheel, I shouted as I scrambled for the hatch. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Broken timbers hung at crazy angles. The whole starboard side bulged inwards. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins, and toys sloshed about in deep water. The author asked his wife to hold the wheel as he was climbing up for the hatch. Hatch means an opening in a wall. Larry and Herb got ready to pump the water out, and everything like clothes, crockery, charts, tins, and toys was moved around in the deep water. I half swam, half crawled into the children's cabin. Are you all right? Here, author says that he moved to children's cabin, half swam and half crawled. कि कुछ वो तार कर जाता है, कुछ जो है वो crawl करके जाता है. And then he asked his children whether they are all right or not. Yes, they answered from an upper bunk. Upper bunk means it is sleeping area. Bed होता है ship के अंदर. That is called bunk. Okay, they answered from upper bunk, but my head hurts a bit, said Sue, his daughter, pointing to a big bump above her eyes. I had no time to worry about bumped head. Children said that they are all right, but Sue, his daughter, had hurt on her head, but as author was in hurry, so he did not pay any attention on the Sue's bumped head. Sue exhibited extraordinary courage during the encounter with the stormy waves. After finding a hammer, screws, and the canvas, I struggled back on deck with the starboard side bashed open. We were taking water with each wave that broke over us. If I couldn't make some repairs, we would surely sink. Somehow I managed to stretch canvas and secure waterproof hatch covers across the gaping holes. Some water continued to stream below, but most of it was now being deflected over the side. So after finding a hammer, screws, and canvas, author gone back to the deck, and if author couldn't repair, they would surely sink. वो कहते हैं कि अगर ऑथर जो है अगर उसको जो है रिपेयर नहीं कर पाता तो डेफिनेटली दे वुड सिंक. वो डूब जाते. एंड somehow author managed to repair and stretch the canvas वही जो we can say the कर्टन जो कि वहाँ बोर्ड पर लगे होते हैं, एंड गैपिंग होल्स, और उन होल्स को जो गैप होते हैं उनको फिल करने में somehow he managed to come in, and most of water turned over the side. More problems arose when our hand pump started to block up with the debris floating around the cabin and the electric pump short circuit. और ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम कब आई, जब दे सॉ कि जो उनके जो हैंड पम्प्स हैं वो ब्लॉक हो गए हैं, और जो उनके इलेक्ट्रिक पम्प्स हैं वो भी शॉर्ट सर्किट हो गए हैं, जल चुके हैं. एंड द वाटर लेवल रोज थ्रेटिंगली और अलार्मिंगली. द वाटर लेवल रोज. बैक ऑन डेक आई फाउंड दैट आर 2 spare hand pumps had been wrenched overboard along with the stay sail, the jib, dingish and the main anchor. Overboard along with the forestay, sail, jib and the main anchor. All of sudden author, okay, and then I remembered we had another electric pump under the chart room floor. I connected it to an out pipe and was thankful to find that it worked. अब उन्होंने देखा कि जो जेब है, जो मेन एंकर है, और वो भी जो है वो भी डैमेज है, डिंगिश है. एंड देन ऑल ऑफ सडन ऑथर रिमेंबर दैट दे हैड वन मोर इलेक्ट्रिक पम्प अंडर द चार्ट रूम, एंड देन ऑथर कनेक्टेड इट टू आउट पाइप, and he was thankful when he found it working. The night dragged on with an endless, bitterly cold routine or pumping, stirring and working the radio. We were getting no replies to our midday calls, which was not surprising in this remote corner of the world. See, that night seems endless. ऐसे लग रहा था कि बिल्कुल ख़त्म ना होने वाली रात है, कि इसका एंड कभी नहीं आएगा. बिकॉज इट वॉज़ वेरी कोल्ड एंड दे वर पम्पिंग and working the radio and working on the radio, and they were getting no replies from the radio signals. Okay, midday calls यहाँ पर ये है कि they were not जो रेडियो रिप्लाइज है वो उनको नहीं आ रहा था, सिग्नल्स नहीं आ रहे थे. एंड इट वॉज नॉट सरप्राइजिंगली बिकॉज दे वर इन द रिमोट कॉर्नर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. And Sue's head had swollen alarmingly. She had 2 enormous black eyes, and now she showed us a deep cut on her arm. When I asked why she hadn't made more of her injuries before this, she replied, I didn't want to worry you when you were trying to save us all. So author's daughter Sue was badly injured in the storm. Her head was swollen badly. बहुत सारी swelling उसके head पर आ गई थी, and she got black spots on her eyes, and then she showed deep cut of her arm. When author asked then why didn't she told these things before, then she replied that she didn't want to get upset to the captain, or you can say his father, and she showed extraordinary courage in this difficult situation. So this is the first part of our video, and I'll explain the second part of this chapter in the next video. I hope you all understand this part. Thank you so much and have a nice day.